Welcome, everybody, and welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston, and as you guys see, I got my special guest here. Can everybody give it up for my special guest, Mr. Dante Black? Now, I'm going to just tell you now, he don't say much, but he is here, and he's a part of our ILF family. So if you guys can put in the chat, welcome, Mr. Dante Black. I'd appreciate that. My name is Derrick Forston. I'm the proud owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. That's my personal independent living facility. And I'm also the founder of Forston Consultants, where me and my family, we go all over the world showing people what is this concept of independent living facilities. And I'm super excited because today I'm really going to just answer a lot of questions. I'm also going to be putting some questions from our free Facebook group. So if you're not a part of our free Facebook group entitled The ILF Academy, let me know. Timothy Hines, welcome. I appreciate that. You came over from TikTok. There's a lot of you guys coming over from the TikTok live. Let me know if you're here right now on our YouTube channel and you came from TikTok. I actually want to shout you out live. So like Timothy Hines, thank you so much, big bro. You did what we call move at the speed of instruction, right? You found us on one forum, but you were able to come over. And notice for all of my older people that know me, I'm wearing glasses today. And no, I really don't. But when I wear glasses, people think I'm really smart. So I'm going to start a new segment that's called Just Asking Derrick, right? I used to have a segment years ago that was actually entitled I'm Just Asking. We're going to kind of continue that, right? So before I get too far, can you guys hear me loud and clear? Obviously, you guys see that Shay is not with me tonight, who's my tech guru. So before I go too deep, I just want to make sure that 3 or 4 of you all tell me in the chat that you can hear me loud and clear. And Forston Consultants is on our YouTube channel. That's Forston. If you type in Forston, I'm guarantee you I'm the first thing that pops up. Forston Consultants. So welcome, everybody. Also, go ahead and put in the chat where you guys located from. I also want to answer some questions according to where you guys are located. So like us, prime example, we're located in Orlando, Florida. So I'm also going to put that in the chat. Go ahead and put where you guys are located from. Located at. And as I said, I'm also going to bring up some questions from the ILF Academy. There was a great question that somebody literally posted not even probably an hour ago. And I saw a lot of feedback on it. So I want to make sure that I answer that. So I'm actually going to go to that right now. And also in the chat, let me know if you're new to us, like anybody that's like completely new to us, like meaning that you discovered us in like the last 2 weeks or the last 2 days. So I want to just say thank you to all of the super consistent people that are always here, but also thank you to all of the newer people. So I for sure want you guys to tell me that if you're new to us. Alicia says loud and clear from Raleigh, North Carolina. Good stuff. Alicia, we just came back from Columbia, South Carolina about 2 weeks ago. Had an amazing event there. So make sure you guys are following me on my Facebook page as well as Derrick Forston, so that you guys can start seeing a lot of that content and the pictures that are coming from that event. Miss Peggy came over from TikTok, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ray is new to us. I appreciate that. So watch me give a little brief intro, because I want everybody to understand who we are and what we do. And I never take for granted that you all just know that. Now, to my consistent people, you all know this and just bear with me. But for my new people, very simply, guys, I used to be a social worker, right? Making $28,000 a year. And I saw people living my dream in terms of starting their housing program, being involved in real estate and helping people. And God really blessed my soul, y'all, because he allowed me to see a lady that was making $41,000 a month. But she was housing people in rats and roaches and in filth and in grime. And just like most of y'all that are here right now, you dream of helping people. You dream of replacing your yearly salary monthly. You dream of doing God's will. And again, you dream of being involved in real estate to where you can make enough money to feed your family. Can 5 of y'all agree to that and say, yeah, Derrick, that's me, bro. I want to feed my family. I want to please God. But Derrick, I also want to help people. But Derrick, I also want to make enough money to feed my family doing it. So put in the chat if that fits you right now. So far, what I just said, Jackson family, Ray, Miss Rhonda, from what I just said, Miss Peggy, like, does that fit you all so far? Because we believe in loving God, loving people, loving real estate, but really dumping all that in a blender and blending it up and pouring it all over your city. Can you imagine pouring the love of God all over your city through real estate? Because no matter where you live at, guys, we're in a housing crisis. It's 2025, right? We're getting ready to go into September. And I don't care where you live in, it's expensive and it's tough. So imagine you being the complete answer to that. And that's what we do. God, again, allowed me to see a lady making 41 grand a month living my dream. And I just simply said, why not me? So if two people can type in the chat, why not me? But let's do it the right way. So all I did was just took a concept that I saw somebody doing really, really bad, and we just put our own spin on it. So today we operate independent living facilities, which are not group homes. They're not ILFs. They're not IDDs. They're none of that stuff that requires a license. So the biggest cheat code for what we do, we can rent the property or we can lease it. Because naturally with a group home or an ILF, they want you to have some type of ownership in it. There's zoning that goes into it. That's one of the questions already that I'm going to knock out right now, because that comes in every week. Ms. Young, there is no zoning in this, because what we're doing is we're housing people that are completely independent. And watch my definition for independent, y'all. Because in the Forston Consultants Dictionary, independent for us means they can cook their own bologna sandwich. They can provide their own transportation through Uber, Lyft, or their cousin. Anybody but me or you. And they can take their own medications without me trying to pretend to be a nurse. Now, Miss Jackson, I'm not sure if you're a nurse or not, but I'm not. Levon, I'm not sure if you're a nurse, but I'm not. So I tell people that the only requirement for this is the love of God, some patience. And if you happen to love real estate, ding, 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 that's the icing on the cake. How many of you all, by typing the word me or just raising your hand saying, Derrick, man, I always wanted to get involved in real estate, bro. But I thought I had to go and buy a house, fix it and flip it and try to sell it to somebody. Y'all know that there's so many lanes in real estate. And when I saw a lady making $41,000 a month doing this, what I'm telling y'all tonight, y'all, that blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. So I told God, I made a promise to God with my broke self. I say, God, if you allow me to get into this game and do it the right way, I say, God, I'll go all over the world sharing this and I'll never take any credit. So that's kind of what I do on my YouTube channel. 7 days a week, we're on this thing doing something. And the first thing you guys usually hear me say that I'm a nobody all by myself. But with God, most of y'all gonna think I'm a genius tonight, and I'm no genius. My wife tricked me to go to college. I finished that. And through the grace of God, God gave me a job as a social worker to see all of these bad housing conditions. So all we do now is take your idea, because most of y'all have been thinking about this and most of y'all been praying about it. Put a praying hand emojis in the chat if this is something you've been praying about, something that you always wanted to get into, but people have been hiding it. They've been gatekeeping it. Put praying hand emojis in the chat or just put, Derrick, I've been praying for this, bro. Let me know in the chat if this is something you've been praying for. And again, if you're podcasting us and you can only hear me, come to YouTube. Join us on YouTube at Forston Consultants, where you guys can see, because I'm getting ready to show y'all the rats and the roaches and the filth and the grime of the lady that was making the $41,000 a month. And one more time, just so that I can see it, Rackley family, let me know if you guys are new to me. Like, type the word new if you're completely new to me, because I want to make sure I take my time and explain what this is. But if you all just a bunch of old timers and you've always been around, I'm going to go right past this and jump into the questions. But if you're on TikTok and you can only hear me, you should come to our YouTube channel. And that's at Forston Consultants. That's my last name, Forston, Forston Consultants. So an ILF, again, y'all, is just an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So I don't need a license to do this like those group homes do, like the ALF does, like the IDD does. And all of those are great programs and they all have their own place. But one more time, the ILF model is the right now model. Can somebody put in the chat, the ILF model is the right now model? The group home and the ALF, that takes years and months to open. You got to jump through all the red tape, government issues, and who knows who in the city. Guys, to start an ILF, I need the love of God inside of me and the willingness to do it. That's it. I don't need a $30,000 sprinkler system. I don't need permission from my city or my state. And then my assistant Jennifer's in here. Jen, let me know if you're here. I want you to bless about 5 people, especially if they're new to us. Sherelle says she's new to us and been going through our content. Good stuff. Because that's what I tell you all to do. Go through our stuff and be nosy. But the first step, just like I put down below, I'm blessing you all with a free mini course. It's 15 videos in this course. If you just text the word new, I give it to you complimentary. Most people paid over $500 for it. I want to give 25 of y'all tonight that 15 mini course that's called ILF 101. And inside of that will keep you out of the courtroom, keep you out of jail, and keep money in your pocket. Because a lot of the mistakes that I made, guys, I put in those videos, and I want you to get it for free. Text the word new to 407-326-0086. If you text the word new there, bam, you will get it automatically. And all you do is put in your name, email address, and phone number. It's an instant download. So one more time, there's a lot of you guys that are just listening to us in the gym. That's great. But you all that are on TikTok or anywhere to where you're podcasting and you can only hear it, come to YouTube, because my next slide, as I'm getting ready to show you guys the roaches and the nasty environment that I saw a lady housing people in. And y'all, she still made $41,000 a month. But the devil is a liar that we gonna do it that way. Make sense, everybody? Good to see you, Mr. James. Mr. Armstrong is new to us. So, Mr. Armstrong, I love to tell people, let's not make this rocket science, right? Here's me as that social worker being just like most of y'all, wanting to help people, want to do God's will, but want to make a bunch of money also doing it. Guys, if you hang around us any amount of time, you're going to hear us always put God first, and I want y'all to make enough money to feed your family and support your community. That's what I'm all about. Now, I'll admit, if you don't want to please God, you don't want to make a bunch of money, I'll admit you on the wrong YouTube channel. This whole channel is geared around serving God, serving people. And some people are afraid to say this last part, but I want y'all to make a bunch of money doing it. Because somewhere in that good book, the Bible, it says that if we focus on God's ideas, focus on God's plans, God's kingdom, seek ye first the kingdom. You ever heard of that? His righteousness and all of these things that you desire, that you want, will be added unto you. Isn't that a pretty cool deal that God says take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow? And he didn't give a direct instruction of how to do it, so we use real estate. But the devil is a liar that we're going to do it like this, what you guys see in my picture. So if you on YouTube, I'm showing you right now a burnt up kitchen with roaches in it. I'm showing you beds that are on the ground with no sheets, no pillow, no comforter. So if you're not on my YouTube channel, you don't see this. We're at Forston Consultants. And because I'm not very techie, can 10 of y'all put, Derrick, I can see them pictures, bro, because I don't want to think I'm showing y'all something and y'all can't see it. Can 10 of y'all tell me right now, Derrick, I can see that burnt up kitchen, bro. I see how the stove caught fire, Derrick, and set the whole cabinet on fire. And Derrick, they still living in that place. Somebody please tell me, Ebony, that you can see those beds on the ground, Ebony. And this same lady was making 41 grand a month. Now, I'm going to pretend that it's just me, Ebony, and Mr. Armstrong in this room together. I'm going to isolate us three, Armstrong family and Miss Ebony. Can you imagine making 41 grand every 30 days of your life? Lord, have mercy. Ebony, neither could I back then, but now it just looks easy. But I'm going to ask that one more time to other people. Can you all imagine making $41,000 every 30 to 31 days of your life? I just hope that you don't want to do it in these kind of conditions, though. Mr. Armstrong said that he can see that. And because I knew people wouldn't believe me, Mr. Armstrong, I took pictures of it. I took videos of it because I knew somebody was going to say, Derrick, man, you stretching this story real far, bro. Like, Ebony, I knew people were going to say, Derrick, come on, bro. You ain't got to juice it up to kind of make the story sound better, Derrick. Ebony, I knew this, so I took pictures. Ebony, can you see those cinder blocks that are holding that bed up? The devil is a liar. How do you sleep at night making 40 grand a month and you got people sleeping with their mattress on the floor, no bed rails? The fan is on a banana box. Come on, guys. This ain't rocket science, Jones family. Miss Jones said, wow. Miss Jones, and Miss Jones, now my people that's always used to me, they gonna get tired of me saying this, but I'm gonna assume that you all are new to me, so watch me tell y'all this. If you don't have your glasses on tonight or your contacts, guys, those are cinder blocks. Those are blocks, concrete blocks that are holding that bed up. Oh my goodness, I hope y'all can understand what I'm trying to show y'all. Ebony say, that's crazy work. That's what them young people say now, right? That is crazy work. How could you look me in my face and tell me you make 41 grand a month and then let me see your place looking like this? And again, because I knew y'all weren't going to believe me, I took pictures of it. So all I'm doing right now is showing you guys where this came from. So if you're new to me, just excuse me for my first 8 minutes because I always give the intro of this. Because if somebody can make 41 grand a month mistreating God's people, can you imagine what you can make doing this the right way? And that's what I said to myself. Derrick, can you imagine how your life would change from $28,000 a year? Because guess what one of my prayers were? Now, I'm real good about on this channel telling y'all how I pray and some of my favorite prayers. One of my prayers was this: God, you just showed me the cheat code. And God, you showed me a lady mistreating your people, making 41 grand a month doing it. God, can you imagine what you're going to do for my life when I do this the right way? And then one thing about me, God, I won't hide it from other people. I said this on an interview the other day. I truly believe most of our blessing as a Forston family comes because we share this thing. There is so many people that are gatekeeping this information from y'all, but I don't, because I promised God over 8 years ago, and it's got nothing to do with y'all. I say, God, if you let me get in this, and watch me be honest, Jones family, because who am I to tell God, if you let me get in this? But Alicia, I'm just honest like that. I'm super transparent. The longer you guys hang around, you're going to be like, wow, man, this guy got diarrhea at the mouth. He just tell it all, don't he? Because that's a promise I made. I say, God, if you let me get in this and it changed my life, I say, God, I'll go all over the world teaching this and I'll never take any credit. God, I'll use this business as a platform to tell people who you are, of your goodness, and how you can change their life from working this 9-to-5 job that you probably didn't call them to. Guys, let me give an announcement tonight. 90% of y'all are not supposed to be on a 9-to-5 job. 10% of y'all probably are because your assignment is built into where you're working at. But every one of you were born with the gift inside of you that you're not supposed to be on a 9-to-5 job. And quite frankly, that 9-to-5 job is sucking the life right out of you. Don't raise your hand. Don't put it in the chat. That's one thing you don't have to share today. Don't put that in the chat, but just nod to yourself in your living room if you feel like your 9-to-5 job is taking your dream away from you. And if you're on TikTok, double tap that screen if you believe that. If you're on any other forum, come to YouTube and join everybody where we are. I truly believe that for most of y'all, one more time, your 9-to-5 job is sucking the very dream that God already put in your heart. We live by this phrase that says procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to act on. And I said this already, for most of y'all, God already told you to get into real estate. You just didn't know how. Congratulations, I'm your new big brother. Number two, God told you to help people because that's the cheat code to it all. Guys, I'm telling y'all, like, I'm not very smart. I just found the cheat code in life that if I find a business, I don't care what it is. I don't care if I'm frying chicken, if I'm running a daycare, or if I run a zoo and I sell puppies and kittens. If I put God first and then serve people second, guys, my financial freedom comes right behind all of that. That's why every business that we have, including this one, it serves God, it serves people. And God, not Derrick, because I told God I give him credit. God was genius enough to say, Derrick, put it all in the blender, bro. Put my love, put real estate, and put social services all together. And Derrick, go and solve the affordable housing problem in your city. And there's a scripture that says, write the vision and make it plain so that he that readeth it, not you, Derrick, but when you write it, so all of these thousands of people that are running to you, Derrick, you can teach it to them. So guys, my whole assignment in life is to show you guys how you can get involved in real estate, helping people, and ultimately please God and make a living out of it. That's the cheat code to life, y'all. Somebody write in the chat, that's the cheat code to life. Derrick says, serve God, serve people, and put it in a blender and pour it all over your city. Now, what business that turns into is up to you. I got 1,000 ideas I can give y'all every day of the week right here on my YouTube channel, because my wife and I own 8 businesses today, and not because we're so great. It's because the goodness of God and what this one business did. And what you see on the screen is the wrong way. The devil is a liar that we're going to make 41 grand a month and make it look that way. So today, this is what we make it look like. We take a regular 4-bed, 2-bath, 3-bed, 2-bath, 5-bed, 3-bath, and we make it look like this. What's so hard about this when I'm telling you right now, none of this stuff in this picture is brand new except the sheets, the pillow, the comforter. That's brand new from Walmart. That headboard, Craigslist. Those 2 bins are Facebook Marketplace. The mattress, a motel that saw me running my big mouth on Facebook and donated to us. Why you think I tell you guys to get on social media so much no matter what you do? Because if you fry the best fried chicken but don't nobody know about it, how do they know to come and buy it from you? So no different from this housing program. You can't type my name into Google right now and I don't fill that whole front page up. I dare 5 people right now type in the word Derrick Forston, ILF, or Derrick Forston Independent Living Facility. And I don't care where you live in. I guarantee you I'll fill that whole front page up. And not because I did that. It's because I talk about this so much, you can't find nobody else on these internet streets that coach this the way that we do. Because first of all, we trademarked it. So don't be fooled by the other people you see coaching this. There's a lot of variations of this one business, but the ILF model, guys, go look it up. We trademarked it. And again, to us, not rocket science. We involve the love of God, real estate, and social services. And today, again, this is what we make it look like. And we connect with social workers and case managers as our funnel system. And whether you believe this or not, 95% of all of our referrals and our clients that we're housing come from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Because we believe in this thing called lift. Lift your brand. 5 of y'all put the word lift in the chat, L-I-F-T. That stands for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You must be on those 4 at minimum, no matter what your business is. I don't care again if you sell fried chicken from the back window of your house, or you own a daycare, or you house the homeless and the displaced. You need a website. You need social media. Why do you think both of our coaching plans come with the CRM system already built into you? Make sense, everybody? Now, I'm only 25 minutes into tonight, but that was kind of my intro. So if I had to wrap up my intro in less than 45 seconds to make sure that you all are on the right YouTube channel, if you love God, love people, you have some patience, and you want to make a bunch of money and be the go-to for affordable housing in your city, stay on this YouTube channel. If you want to please God, help people, be respected by the community, but make enough money to feed your family, stay on this YouTube channel. If you want to use real estate as a source to create generational wealth to do God's will, but also your family benefits, stay on this YouTube channel. Follow me at Derrick Forston on Facebook. Follow us at Forston Consultants on everything else, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And allow me to become your big brother. No matter if you're 16, 65, or 98. I want to be your big brother when it comes to this. And so far, This is where I do a temperature check. Have I lost anybody? Does this make sense so far that I just told you there's no license required because the people I'm housing are independent. They cook their own bologna sandwich, swallow their own pills of medication, and provide their own transportation through Uber, Lyft, or their girlfriend or their boyfriend or the guy that met at the club 2 weeks ago. Anybody but me. Is that confusing to anybody? And I'm going to go to the chat. Because another thing I want to ask, if you're confused, just write the word confused, Derrick, or lost. But if you get it, can 10 of y'all write, I get it, Derrick? Because this is where I want to go in and actually start answering some questions. Okay? And before we go any further, tonight's brought to you guys by Digital Flow Solutions. It's our all-in-one software system that runs all 8 of our businesses. Everything from the website, the CRM system, our phone line, our automations, the AI bot, the AI tools, everything you need to run your business. And again, doesn't matter if you fry chicken, you sell puppies, you're a chiropractor, you're a doctor, whatever you do, if you sell pit bulls on the weekend, it don't matter. You need a website and social media. If you're a shade tree mechanic, don't matter. And we offer that again through digitalflowsolutions.net. Let's take a quick commercial break, guys, and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show. All right, we are back. We are back. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. You guys have a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here, and I super appreciate that. So because we're all together now, can everybody put in the chat where you're located? I'm in Orlando, Florida, but our coaching is in 39 states. So I just want to see, does somebody or will somebody list the state that I'm not currently coaching in? So everybody right now, I want to see 30 different responses. Put in the chat, what city and state are you guys joining me from? And again, on screen, we're just simply showing you guys what is an independent living facility and what does the inside look like. And right after you put your city and state, go ahead and also start listing your questions. This won't be one of those nights where I talk for hours and hours. I actually want to answer a bunch of questions tonight, right? So we've been going in on a lot of different forums. Hey, what's going on, Christian? Had a great meeting with Christian today. I coach a lot of you all. God has really blessed us, man, to kind of allow me to pour into the lives of a lot of people. But, man, some of you guys really stick out. Christian is one of those guys, man, and just super proud of him. Christian, tell the people where you're at. I'm just going to say it. He's in Fayetteville, North Carolina. He's probably already texted. But Christian is upon a freshly renovated house. So you guys that desire to buy your property and you're not like the other 90% of us that rent them, you're going to be like Christian. So if I were you, I would be following Christian and his voyage to doing this. Christian also put in the chat, big bro, what's the name of your program? I want people to follow your social media and see the great work that you and your assistant are both doing. Also, Christian, welcome back to this side of good health, right? If you would allow me to say it, bro, Christian came down with COVID. It's been down for about 2 weeks. But what's really cool about being under our coaching and under this thing and under God's mantle is that Christian's got a great virtual assistant, which he got from us. And he's got a great system that has AI and AI bots all built into it. So when Christian went down for 2 weeks, Guess what happened? His business kept running. Thank God for Digital Flow Solutions. And Christian, if I'm lying, bro, please call me a liar in the chat, because I don't want to mislead people, right? Renew Purpose Management. He spelled it that way on purpose. There's a whole meaning behind that. We'll talk about that later. But Christian just put in the chat, I want 50 of y'all right now to go to his Facebook page. And when you get there, if you're not a hater, just hit some hearts, like some stuff, give a few comments, because he is less than 25 days away from opening up doors to help people right there in North Carolina. So if you're not a hater, can 10 of y'all say congratulations, Christian? Congratulations, Mr. Chris. Because God honors that when you guys celebrate other people before it's your time. Ask Katara Johnson how well that worked out for her. Okay? Katara, shout me out in the chat. Let me know how well that worked out for you, Katara, when you celebrated other people 3 years before you got your first place, sis. And see, some people don't understand that, Katara. Shout me out if you hear, sis. So I love that, man. Keep the congratulations coming, because again, Katara Johnson, who we just left South Carolina and featured the whole event behind, celebrated other people for 3 years before she got her first set of keys. There's something to be said about that. And my brother, God bless his soul, right? He passed away, but he spoke into the life of her and said, Katara, God's going to honor that. And it may not be your time yet, but you keep on celebrating other people. Keep on congratulating other people and see what God do for you. And now today, Katara Johnson and family, Chris, Tanika, Miss Yvonne, that whole family is the preferred vendor in Columbia, South Carolina. That is something to celebrate. So I absolutely love that. I'm going to go in the chat now. Thank you all for congratulating Christian, because again, guys, it take a lot of hard work to go and rent or lease a house, but you try to go buy one and fix and flip it to rent it. Oh, and by the way, 90% of the work is being done by him. There is no crew. So he's super handy, unlike most of us, right? But one more time, man, big shout out to Digital Flow Solutions, and big shout out to the virtual assistants that we give you all during your coaching package, because that's what kept Christian's business alive when he went down. Life is going to happen to all of us. But why you think we give you the virtual assistant? Why you think we give you the platform Digital Flow Solutions? And if you're real smart, you start multiple businesses from this one thing. Good to see you, Dunmore family. That's Katara. Good to see you, John family. John family from Lehigh Acres. Coach a few people down there in that area, actually. So let's jump in the chat. Alicia says, do you allow residents to own and park at the ILF? Absolutely. Well, Alicia, you know what's funny though? 95% of people I house don't have a car. No. In fact, 100% now today. 100% of my guys don't have a car. But my wife in her program, she's got about 3 cars in her driveway. But most of the people you're going to serve, Alicia, they don't have a car. They depend on the bus system, which answers another question that's already in the chat. Derrick, what do they do for transportation? Most of my people, and the requirement to live in one of my places, you must understand the bus system, because I don't drive you around. Here's a big gem. When I first got into this many years ago, I would post on my social media, and here's a big gem, that you were looking for donated bicycles. So guess what I would do in the beginning? I want all of y'all to steal this idea. Ask for donated bicycles so that you can give your guys, your gals, a means of transportation without, again, you driving them around. Very smart, right? So on your social media, what's up, Facebook family? Our program, Renewed Purpose, is looking for gently used bicycles to help our residents get around town. Is that genius or not, ladies and gentlemen? Because again, remember, I don't want you driving these people around. They're independent. You're going to get in trouble driving people around. Make sense, everybody? And Alicia and everybody, once I've answered your question, let me know if I answered it or if I missed it. Because sometimes y'all know I go on a little tangent. But if I nailed it, let me know in the chat. Alicia, let me know if I answered your question. and everybody asks 1,000 more questions. Okay, tonight is going to be absolutely that. Christian says VA 101 and DFS is a must to operate your business without hiccups. And that's exactly what I mean, guys. So lucky for you all, most of y'all will come through us through coaching. So you get the VA complimentary. You get the system complimentary. But I'll admit, if you own a restaurant or you own a daycare or something different, I don't spoil y'all kind of like I do my housing folks. They get all of my stuff with the coaching, right? So I serve a lot of people just in business, period. But let me just tell you a secret. If you're in housing, if you're in real estate, if you want to run an ILF, I give you complimentary a VA, and I give you complimentary your CRM system, which also encompasses your business phone line. You pick your own phone number from us, right? So I just spoil you guys like that. So just to let you guys know one more time, man, VA 101 is our virtual assisting staffing agency based out of the Philippines, which makes it really affordable for you. That's only $135 a week to make every dream in your head come true, because you can't do it. And most of y'all also don't have the time, right? So a VA literally helps buy your time back. And again, Digital Flow Solutions, guys, is the all-in-one software system that'll run any business, any industry. Okay. All right. Next question. Where is a starting point to contact people to recruit the residents? A great starting point is social media. Right? So 90%, 95% of all of our residents come from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Because I just told you guys earlier, right? No matter what business I have, I'm running my big mouth on social media about it. Because I truly believe, I don't care how great your business is, if nobody knows about it, how would they know to come get it from you? McDonald's is $1 billion company, and they advertise 7 days a week, and they sell fake food. Call it what you want, right? Get that. They are $1 billion company, but they advertise 7 days a week. So every time you get hungry and think about French fries, you see those golden arches. That's called marketing, ladies and gentlemen. So in my city, and my prayer to my God is that, God, every time somebody think about housing, let my name pop up. Again, how genius of a prayer is that? Because if you know anything about me, guys, and I put a video out a couple weeks ago, I put everything back on God. Because when I told Shay 9 years ago that I was going to quit my job to do this full time, I said, all right, God, it's on you now. I done told Shay that I done left this job. God, it's on you. I done rented the house and I've done the work. And in your Bible, it says the poor and needy will always be among me. And God, you said to take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow. So God, here I go, and I need your help. And God, if I fail at this, it won't look good on you, because I tell everybody you are the answer to my life. See how I put pressure back on God? Some of y'all feel weird about that. I don't, because that's reminding God of his word, of what he said he would do. I told y'all, man, these glasses make me smarter, y'all. And I do not wear prescription glasses, y'all. These are absolutely fake. More questions, put them in the chat. Let's do it. So I'm going back in the chat. Good starting point, again, also is to watch our original webinar. Scrolling below is a phone number with a prompt. Text the word new. That gives you guys our webinar, but also a 15 mini course of our videos that you must watch that'll keep you out of jail and out of the courtroom and keep money in your pocket. Don't end up on the Channel 8 News, guys, like I did, right? That was pretty embarrassing, because I didn't know what I was doing, right? Next question was, how do the people pay you without having to run them down for it? Ooh, I love that question. And Christian may beat me to this answer in the chat, but you just heard me talk about a system called Digital Flow Solutions that we give y'all with your coaching. Today, we use that system and we connect it with Stripe as a payment processor. So on the 1st and the 3rd, I don't chase people for that money. Now, my first probably 3 or 4 years in this, Miss Peggy's Lovers, like, I chase people for that money. Today, I swipe it from their bank account, but before they even know about it. And today, watch this good coaching. It's a part of my program for you to make it that way, for you to live in my place. Because I don't want cash and I don't want to chase you down. I want, when you move in, we take your debit card and put it to my system that's called Digital Flow Solutions that you going to have to. We're going to connect that with Stripe. And on the first or the third, or whenever they get paid, it may be a third Wednesday of the month, we're going to suck that payment right from his account. That way it's convenient for me and him. Make sense, everybody? But when I first started, I had a stack of debit cards at the ATM at 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm just being real with y'all. When I first started this years ago, on the 25th of every month, I would pick up everybody's debit card. I had a bunch of houses, y'all. Can you imagine 40, 50, 55, 60 debit cards? I'm at the ATM at 12 o'clock in the morning. That looked real stupid. But I'm just being honest, y'all, because my wife told y'all last week, I came from being like a hustle man to a businessman. I didn't know about softwares and systems and like doing things the what I'll call the right way. I was just trying to get it, as most of y'all call it. I was just trying to get it and leave my job. But thank God for a great wife and a great system that today we look much more professional. But watch me be real honest, though. Somebody that came from making $28,000 a year, I'll admit that felt real good at an ATM with 50 debit cards and me pulling $900 off of every one of them. I felt like I hit the lottery, y'all. I'll just be honest. But that was also dumb at the same time, because what if a police officer came behind me? What if a police officer walked up to that ATM and I got 60 debit cards? How the heck do I explain that? I'll pause. So today, there's paperwork that I give y'all that they sign. Today, we swipe that money from their bank account and it's called an automatic debit. Can 5 of y'all type in the chat, automatic debit? Can 5 more y'all type in the chat and say, Derrick said get Stripe as a payment processor? Because if you do, and you use Stripe long enough over a period of time, they'll start offering you loans. They'll start offering you loans with no credit check because they can obviously see the business that's going through your account. So they offer you loans. Stripe is a bank, guys, essentially. So we went from doing this the wrong way to doing it the right way. And now we're more legit and it looks like a business and not a hustle. They used to call me hustle man. You think of the business or the hustle, I've tried it. But there is no business like this one where you can do God's will, help people, be respected by the community, but also make enough money to feed your family. But if you think that this is going to happen in 60 days for you, then you also got another thing coming. I got a whole slideshow where I talk about like, don't expect to get in this thing and be us in 30 days. Now, some people absolutely do, but that's not the expectation. I can show you a bunch of people that's under my coaching right now, especially you guys that have joined us in like the last 6 to 8 months. You guys are like the fastest that I've ever seen in my whole history of coaching. A lot of you guys are getting started in 30, 60, 90 days of meeting me. But that's not the expectation. Neither do I coach it like that. I want you to give this thing 6 to 9 months. And if you do that, most of y'all can walk off your job. Most of y'all can say, mwah, see you later, 9 to 5. Because I don't know what most of y'all make on your job yearly. But if you anything like me, and if you make under $40,000 a year, most of y'all can walk off your job with probably 2 of these houses. And don't mess around and get a big one. Don't mess around and get one of these big mansions that I have. These 7-bedroom, 8-bedroom, 6-bedroom, 5-bedroom. Game over. Some of y'all can get one of those and leave your house. Leave your job. Can 10 of y'all type in the chat? I can imagine that. Because that's where it starts at anyway. Remember, from your imagination. 10 of y'all type in the chat, Derrick, I can imagine walking off my job on Thanksgiving. Even if you don't believe it right now, just swallow it and say it in faith anyway. Give me 10 people that are typing in the chat, Derrick, I can imagine that, big bro. How do you keep the people from destroying the houses? Very simple. Don't bring in a knucklehead. A lot of that's going to be avoided during your assessment. An assessment for us is just a series of questions that allows you all to make a sound decision about who you're moving into your place. Because if you just moved in everybody that called your phone, you'll be running a circus show like the way I did in the beginning. So one more time, the assessment is a series of questions that allows you to make a sound decision about who moves into your ILF. We don't just house everybody. There's a lot of people that need this, but they're all not appropriate for your ILF. Make sense, everybody? I'm going back in the chat. How do you keep them from destroying your houses? Again, like, that's just you bringing in the right people. Like, why would they destroy the house? First of all, we have house rules that everybody must sign anyway. So a lot of people that ask this question are usually new to us, and I love this question because most people think, Miss Peggy, that we're just moving people in and that's it. There's a whole assessment that goes into this. There's house rules that goes into this. There's my inside cameras that catches all of this stuff. So we got eyes and ears everywhere. Our cameras here, they talk, they listen. And they're only in the common areas, never the bedrooms. Make sense, everybody? In fact, let's take a quick commercial break, guys, and we'll be right back. This commercial is brought to you by VA 101. Most of y'all got a lot of ideas, but you can't put them together. That's me. God made me more of a thought leader, y'all. I get 1,000 ideas a day, but I'll be honest, y'all, I can't put none of them together. But with these virtual assistants, these remote workers, they're kind of like a genie in a bottle. You say it, they do it. They're very helpful to you and your family. Big shout out to my assistant, Jen, that joins us every Monday, and I forgot to shout her out earlier. She's only here for like the first 30 minutes, right? Jen comes on and works for me at 11 o'clock a.m. She gets off at 7:30. So every Monday, she comes here to join us for 30 minutes. She's known as our grant giver. She gives grants, scholarships, and all of that towards our coaching. I'm not even involved in it. So Jen, if you're still here, shout me out. But if not, right, just remember that one of my assistants, Jen, is here every Monday in the first beginning to give scholarships and grants. If you want one, you just ask for it. It's kind of that simple. Right? I'm going back in the chat. Oh, let's play this quick commercial. We'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants, guys, can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God has given you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise. Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are back. And just keep in mind also, guys, remember, if you fall under our coaching, whether that's the DIY, do it yourself, or the ILF Master Blueprint, guys, you get this system and the VA is complimentary. Like, you don't have to go to VA 101 to do that. That's $797 for one VA to vet, train, and endorse to you. But if you get the DIY or the one-on-one coaching, guys, like, it's gifted to you. And the cheat code, listen to this, guys, our DIY is only $497, which comes with the VA and the CRM system. So let me say that again, because somebody gonna miss it. If you own a restaurant, don't come to me for a VA, wink, wink, wink. Just buy the DIY because it comes with it and you pay lower. I hope somebody caught that. Anyway, I'm going to go back in the chat. If you have not put your questions in the chat, make sure you guys do that. Also, welcome my special guest. This is Mr. Dante Black. As I told you guys, he don't say much. He's really quiet, but he knows the game. Don't ask him no questions because he won't tell you no lie. But three of y'all put, what's up, Mr. Dante? That's Mr. Dante Black. Again, he don't say much, but he's super supportive, and that's my buddy. And y'all can't talk about him. So I'm going in the chat. going in the chat. Jennifer is still here. So I want to highlight her real quick one more time. Right now, if you know for a fact you want our coaching and you're financially ready, if I were you, I would either text the word scholarship or the word Jen to 407-326-0086. Jen will bless the socks right off of your feet. And she's been given a certain amount of leeway, which I don't even get into. So if she give you a grant or a scholarship, I don't even know about it, but just take advantage of it. She's got a certain amount of numbers of people she can do that to a day. Take advantage of that. Jen, be the grant giver that you are. So Jen is one of my multiple VA assistants. And without Jen, it'd be impossible to do what I do. So big shout out to Jen and all that she does for me at Forston Consultants, Second Chance Housing, Digital Flow Solutions. See how we cross-train them? Jen was just hired from us guys, less than 30 days ago? She's already in 3 of my businesses. So let me give a little lesson there. Let me stop and pause for 2 seconds. When you get these VAs, don't be selfish and use them for yourself only and only for one business. How you think I own 8 businesses today when I'm only good at 2 of them? Guys, God has blessed my wife and I with 8 businesses, and I'm only good at 2. One of them you're listening to right now. The second one is me actually doing the housing. I'll admit the other 6 businesses are all ran by VAs like Jen. Jen lives in the Philippines, guys. Where I live at right now today is 7:52 p.m. Where Jen lives is 7:52 a.m. Jen, if I'm lying, tell the people in the chat. There's a 12-hour difference, guys. They love the graveyard shift because guess what? She's getting ready to get off, go serve her family, and probably go take a nap and go to sleep because she's been working for me since 11 o'clock this morning, my time. She works an 8-hour shift. Does that make sense, everybody? And every dream that's in my heart and on my big head that I can't do because I'm not techie, I don't have the time, I'm busy, I got family, just like y'all. Jen is the cheat code to my life. So watch this. When people say, Derrick, what make y'all so successful, big bro? God first, virtual assistants next, like Jen and Jess and Alex, and then softwares and systems like Digital Flow Solutions. I hope that makes sense. Jen, if you're still listening, do me a favor. Jen, you're so new to us that, Jen, you're not even on my staff PowerPoint. Let me see if I can find it. So, Jen, watch how Jen's going to make my life easy, y'all. Jen, can you add this PowerPoint and add yourself to it? Because I want everybody to see who's on my team. None of these people live in America. There's Jess. That's my right hand. Jess runs everything that I have. Jess runs my calendar, my life, and my schedule. My order of life is God first, my wife next, Jess is right behind that. Make sense, everybody? And the rest of my team, Jen is right behind that. And the softwares and system that we use. April does a lot of social media for us, but April works for a lot of other people for us. Remember, I just told you 3 minutes ago, when you get a VA, you should find 10 people in your cell phone that need work done for them and turn it into a business. Guys, why you think I got so many VAs and so many businesses? Not because I'm so great. No. It's these VAs with all these ideas that I have that they make come true. Am I losing anybody? Or are you guys realizing that the VAs are the cheat code to everything we do? Because remember, God first. That goes without being said. But next on this earth are these VAs for $135 a week. Guys, that's like $5 an hour. Danish is my developer. In America, me hiring Danish would cost me $200,000 a year. For what Danish does for my company and my businesses, Danish has been developing software since he was 7 years old, you guys. He lives in Pakistan. I've never been to Pakistan ever in my life and probably will never go. I have no desire to go to Pakistan. Now, I want to go to the Philippines. I'll admit that. I'm going to have a banquet. I'm going to have a big old shindig in the Philippines, probably in 2026. And all of the VAs that we employ, all 60, 70, 80 of them, we're going to be together, shindigging. But Danish is from Pakistan. Alex is from Nigeria. Can all of you all see how this makes my life easy with the idea? Alex right now is building a brand new website for Forston Consultants because I'm tired of the old one and I don't know how to build it. I don't know how to fix the funnels. I don't know how to add AI. I don't know how to add automations, but Alex does. Alex is in Nigeria. Lord have mercy. Woo, boy, I hope you guys understand what making this all. Hannah, again, doesn't really work for me. Hannah works for a bunch of other people for me so that I make money, Hannah makes money, and the customer gets their job done. Oh, I hope they understand me, Miss Cheryl. I'm trying to tell you guys, how do you hire somebody for $5 an hour and charge other people 20 and 30 and 50 bucks an hour to get the same work done? I hope somebody's understanding this. Guys, all we're doing with these VAs is leveraging a skill set that you don't have. Most of y'all are not techie. You're not good at social media. You don't have the time. Your children are in sports. You're involved at your church. Your husband's needy. He wants dinner 5 days a week. You busy. You guys aren't lazy people. That's what I love about most people that find us. Y'all ain't lazy people. Y'all just busy and you don't know how to find the help. But thank God you've been praying for it, and I just showed it to you because I'm your new big brother now. Virtual assistants are the absolute cheat code to your life and your business. I'm going in the chat. But can you all see how all of these people make us who we are? Latrell is getting Shay $10,000 grants. In fact, today, Shay got a $2,000 Walmart grant. You think Shay applied for that grant? Nope. You think Shay found that grant? Nope. You think Shay filled out the paperwork for that grant? Nope. A virtual assistant that lives in the Philippines, 12 hours away from us, with the skill set of running a nonprofit, because remember, no matter what skill set you need, my team will find it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Somebody gonna miss this. Can 10 of y'all just say, Derrick, bro, I'm not lost in Derrick. I follow everything you're saying. Because most of y'all know me by now. If I'm explaining something and I feel like y'all ain't getting it, it makes me talk louder and I get overly excited. Can 10 of y'all just say, Derrick, I get it, bro. You showing us that we're leveraging the skill set of somebody else at a lower cost to make a bunch of money from it. How you think I started a VA staffing agency? One VA, one idea. That one VA said, Derrick, you seem to really like this VA concept. You want us to start your own VA company and we manage it for you? I said, for me? You can build this for me? Justin, I was blown, bro. Shout out to the Crosby family too. You guys just had a VA interview today, I think. If I'm lying, call me a liar. But I think I seen your name under you guys were getting a VA or a VA interview coming up soon. Jess texted me her schedule and I saw that. Let me know if I'm wrong, big bro. And Rashida, yes. I don't talk to case managers today. Jess does all of that for me. They find the social workers, they find the case managers, they set up appointments so that you can walk in the door and talk to them. Watch me give you guys how this sounds. Just imagine my microphone today being my phone. Good morning. May I speak to the director of social work, please? Yep, I'll hold. Good morning. My name is Jess. I represent Second Chance Housing. I would love to know when our program director, Mr. Derrick, can come by and see you guys and discuss how you guys can work together and take people from homeless to hopeful. We offer independent living in a shared living environment. Mr. Derrick, our program director, is available Thursday at 10. Are you guys available? That's what my VA does for me today. 9 years ago, in fact, probably 5 years and back, it was Derrick calling everybody with my stuttering self. Because if you ain't called on, I stutter, and sometimes real bad. So imagine me going, my name is, But in the beginning, I'll admit, that was all me. Today, no social worker talks to me unless Jess already lined it up. Because I built it to that point to where I'm too busy now to do that. Jess sets it up, I'll walk in the door with the coffee and donuts. Because before I even arrive, Jess says, how many would be in attendance? Because I want to make sure that we order enough coffee and donuts as we always bring them when Derrick speaks to you all. So when I show up, Crosby family, I'm just showing up as the best thing since sliced bread, and they're already eating my coffee and donuts. Now I come in and talk about how great we are and how we can work together. Jess's job is to set me up to go. Jess is the connector. So when you all get a VA, I train them of how they're the connector for you. That could be a Zoom meeting. That could be an in-person meeting. But your VA essentially should be setting all of this up for you. Does that make sense, everybody? So again, Jen, if you're still here, and Jen, go home and get rest. You should be going already. Thank you so much, Jen. Get out of here. But Jen, will you remake this for me and add all of our newer people to it? I don't even think Hermie's on here. So our team has gotten much larger than this. So Jen, if you're listening, by the next time we come on, I want them to see you. And ladies and gentlemen, that again is what really makes my life easy, is having these virtual assistants, guys. Oh, I hope that's make a lot of sense to you all. I'm going back in the chat. If you haven't posted your question yet, let us know. Jermaine says, so Derrick, do I let everyone pay on the first and the third? Or do we make sure we get paid when they get paid? This is for the new people. Absolutely, right? So 90% of people that you all are going to serve get paid on the first and the third. But we teach you guys that you get paid however they do. So if you got some guy that work at Chili's or at Checkers or at McDonald's and he get paid every Friday, so do you. If he get paid every 2 weeks from Sonny's Barbecue, so do you. But the recipients that receive the SSI and the SSDI, we charge them by the way they get paid. And again, I hope that makes sense. And again, if you're new to us and you just joined us, this is just simply what that will look like. Single family home, and the inside, every room just about is going to look like this, or that private room where they have their own bathroom, or maybe just a private room without a bathroom. So if it's got a bathroom, we typically would call that a suite. Okay. So going back in the chat, and also let me bring that question from the ILF Academy. A lot of people was kind of commenting on that. Also, guys, if you haven't joined our free Facebook group, it's called the ILF Academy. Make sure that you do that. You can just go to Facebook and look up the ILF Academy, or you can text the word join, JOIN, to the phone number that's scrolling below. Oh, guys, and also don't forget, especially for my new people, we give away $2,000 like it's like money growing on trees. So if you want me to put $2,000 in your pocket, or if you want to be super specific, I could put $1,998.50 in your pocket. We pay a 40% affiliate. If you text the word affiliate right now, my team will send you a link to get your own affiliate link so that you can advertise what we do. If somebody buys our one-on-one coaching, which is $4,997, we give you 40% of that. That's just about $2,000, guys. So most of y'all are smart enough now to have turned that into a business. Congratulations. We pay out, I think it's this week, actually. We've said that because before, I'll admit, we paid affiliates out just like as soon as you did it. Now so many of you all are doing it and signing up. We want to make a one set day. So once a month, usually but between the second and third week, we're going to pay out all affiliates. This month, I'm paying out over $12,000 to people that referred other people to us, and we paid them. So I don't care if they buy an ebook for $37, they buy the one-on-one coaching for $5,000, or the legacy builder at $20,000. We got a lady right now that's on the verge of selling somebody our ILF legacy Guys, if that lady buys it from her referral, I'm going to give her a check for $8,000. Can you guys imagine getting an $8,000 check from me and all you did was introduce somebody to us? That's all an affiliate is, guys. Please let me send you $2,000. I'm so cool with it, I'll round it up. I won't give you the $1,998.50. I'll tell my team, round it up, Zelle them $2,000. Cash App $2,000. Venmo $2,000. Tie $2,000 to a pigeon leg and you can fly it to them. I don't care. However you want to be paid. You introduce somebody to us, they buy that package, I pay you 40% of whatever they pay. Make sense, everybody? 5 of y'all put in the chat, bro, that makes sense. Well, that's the cheat code, Derrick. Now, if you lost, put lost. We all should know what an affiliate is. You text that word affiliate to 407-326-0086. I'll pay you $2,000 every time you send somebody to me for that ILF master blueprint. I'll pay 40% of whatever that DIY is. I'll pay 40% of my $20,000 product. Guys, that's $8,000. So I tell people, view it like this. You should want to make 2 or 3 referrals a month. Imagine me giving you $4,000 every month and all you did was use a link that you posted on Facebook. You posted on Instagram. And for you all that got VAs, you doing yourself a disservice if you're not using them to do this. Big shout out to Miss Jillian Chong. I went to your page myself and I saw that your VA is posting every day with your link, driving people to our coaching. Oh, that is so smart. She got a VA posting that 7 days a week for a chance to get $2,000 a month. And I don't care how many times you all do it. That could be multiple times. I would make a goal to make 2 referrals a month, y'all. So that's another thing that we're super good at and cool about. Let me go back in the chat and then I want to answer that question from the ILF Academy. Someone says, Derrick, what if I was offered an apartment complex? What would your opinion be on that? Well, my opinion is that one of the things that's the hardest to do in this business is to get the yes for a property. So if somebody's got ownership or the right to give you an apartment, which is hooked up to a bunch of other places, which I don't like, usually, my response usually that if they give you multiple units, because my number one rule is that I don't want y'all sharing a wall with nobody. And if you're in an apartment complex, you're sharing a wall. What if you don't know what kind of tenant you got until 4 weeks later and he's an absolute jerk and causing disruption, banging on the wall, playing loud music? There's a chance you could be kicked out. So normally I would say no to that. But if it's a situation where you can get multiple units and you're kind of like on that one little corner, it's hard for me to say no to that, especially if you're under our coaching and you're getting the right people. Now, if you're not being coached by us, I'm just going to give an answer because this is a recorded room. So let me be real clear. If you're not being coached by Forston consultants, I'm going to say no to the apartment complex. But if you're being coached by us, I can show you ways of how that works. And I'll just be honest. It's going to all boil down to the kind of people that you're housing. You put clowns and idiots in that place, you and your people going to get kicked out. But if you put elderly adults that don't bother nobody and they love quiet and peace and sleep and food, man, you got yourself a gold mine. But let me be real clear. If you're not under my coaching, I'm going to say no to that because I don't want you to do it and get yourself in trouble and say, well, Derrick said that if you was under my coaching and following what we told you to, I would feel more confident about that. If you did this on your own and the lack of relationship with whoever's allowing you to do that, that could cause you a lot of trouble. So I'm going to say no to that. Okay. So that was that question from the about the apartment complex. I'm going back in the chat. Do you build a waiting list before you open up a house? We get this question all the time. Absolutely. And not even just so a waiting list, but the advertising and marketing. Because quite frankly, everybody that's going to call your phone for housing, they need the housing right now. Not a waiting list for when you get a house. Because as soon as they hang up with you, they're going to call the next person. One more time, let me repeat that. Everybody that calls your phone for housing will be on the fringes of life. They're desperate. They need it right now. They don't want to hear nothing about your waiting list for 3 weeks from now. So let's not use the word waiting list. Let's use the word, Derrick, should I advertise and market before I get a house? Absolutely. I don't care if you start saying, Derrick, I'm finna start frying chicken, bro. Well, if I were you, I would advertise that you fry the best fried chicken for 6 weeks before I go buy the first fryer or the first bag of chicken. Does that make sense? Since they asked that, Peggy, does that make sense? If you tell me you finna go start a daycare, I would have so much social media on that I got the best daycare and how my results of your children are top notch. I would advertise it and put it in front of people's faces for 6 weeks before I go and rent the first building to put these people in. If 5 of y'all just said, Derrick, that makes sense, bro. Like I follow that. Now, if it don't, let me know. I'm good at that too. Let me know if this does not make sense. Going back in the chat. Thank you so much, Miss Peggy. She said, yes, it does. Do you set up your business license as a nonprofit or for-profit? So lucky for you, I'm kind of not for profit. My wife is a nonprofit. So Shay, not Mr. Black, not Dante. He's just a stand-in tonight when Shay's not here. Dante is like me. He's an S corp. Shay is nonprofit. I started as an LLC. But what I'm learning is when you reach a certain threshold of net income, you need to move into S corp if you did start with an LLC. But most of y'all, and this is not me giving tax advice, LLCs are very inexpensive, fast, and easy. The nonprofit tends to take longer. It's more expensive. You got to set up a board, have meetings, take minutes, blah, 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 blah. So that what scares people away at times. But one more time, I love it when people have the idea to do a nonprofit. I just hate to see people start that one first and get frustrated and they never start it. So I always tell people start an LLC and let's build the nonprofit in the background while we're waiting on it to get built. Because that one's going to take a little bit more time to build it. And remember, guys, I'm a right now guy. Right now, fastest route. So LLC, right now, 1 or 2 days, it can be done. Depending on where you live. And you can get an LLC, guys, in 5 days. Quick. Now let's build the nonprofit in the background. So I'm an LLC, went to S Corp, and for my wife's birthday, I bought her a nonprofit. Snatched her from corporate America. My wife had a great job, corporate America, but I needed help. God was blessing this thing so much. And he that findeth a wife findeth a great thing. And Shay was a tremendous help to me to get my program off the ground. She digitized it. She made it better, bigger, and she put the smarts in it. That's what I'll say. I was a hustler. Derrick, just get it. The wife, the lady comes and smooths it all out, makes it more sustainable, more palatable, if you will. Hustle man and businessman are two different people, y'all. I'm glad to say I graduated. Some of you guys are still hustle, man. You got to get away from that, guy. This is not a hustle. This is not a side gig per se. This is an absolute business, right? Okay. Great questions tonight. Great questions. Let's take another quick commercial break and we'll be right back. If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show. We are back. Welcome everybody to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston, and I teach people how to start their own independent living facility without the need to own the property, without the need for a license, and without the need for a $30,000 sprinkler system. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. So Tiffany Walker, She's family to us. Tiffany, those cannot be the same name. So if we have an LLC, is it best to name a nonprofit something else? Absolutely. To my knowledge, that's not even allowed, actually. Right. And Lynette, the accountant, is not online tonight with us. But if I can remember from her teaching and Shay's teaching, you cannot name that the same name. And quite frankly, you would probably want it to be something different anyway. So I'm going to say no to that, Tiffany. Okay. I'm gonna say, and even if there's something where maybe that was possible, I would say, why would you want to do that? Why would we name it the same? Because I also assume the mission would be a little bit different, because if your housing program right now, Good Samaritan Solutions, I think that's it, has one mission, I would think that the nonprofit mission is probably a little bit different. So I would want to name it something else and get credit for it. I don't want people to also mix them up, Tiffany, and think that one is the other. It's kind of like that right hand and left hand knowing what each other's doing. I don't even want the public and for people to mix them up. So if nothing else, I just personally want it that way so that people can distinguish which is which and who does what. Make sense, sis? All right. All right. Hermie, good to see you in the chat as well. Miss Rolanda Smith, I appreciate your questions as well. Thank you so much. And Miss Rolanda and Tiffany, let me know if I answered you all's questions in the chat, or if I missed it, you also let me know. And also, Tiffany, what I'm going to do for you, I'm also run that by Lynette, or let's have some fun right now, actually. Let's run that by Chat GPT. Guess who's smarter than all of us put together, y'all? AI. So, Tiffany, I would encourage putting that in actually AI right now. Hey, Chat GPT, I got an LLC. Now, I'm thinking of starting a nonprofit and want to name it the same thing. Is there any rules against that? Or what's your advice on what's the best? So my Chat GPT guy serves as my executive assistant outside of my VAs. So it makes decisions for me and gives me the best outcome. So sometimes I'll even ask, like I just told y'all, is this allowed? One question, but B, even if it's not or is, give me a reason why maybe I shouldn't name it the same. Give me your opinion because you're smarter than me. And also answer me with 45 years of experience of setting up an LLC or a nonprofit entity. So see how I gave, and I think Shay taught y'all this the other night. See how I gave my GPT a job? You have 45 years experience building LLCs and nonprofits and helping business owners distinguish the difference between the two. I'm thinking of starting a nonprofit. Would there be something wrong or against the rules of naming it the same thing as my regular LLC? Or should I name it something completely different? Like, I would have that conversation with AI, Tiffany. Rolanda says, should you reach out to case managers and social workers before you get your license? First of all, there is no license that you need to do this. And second of all, I think that's very similar to the other question. You want to do as much work as possible, right? Before, I'll say, get in a house. Because there is no license to do this unless you mean your LLC. But yes, from day one, right now, everybody, whether you have a house, a LLC or not, your social media today should say, what's going on, Facebook family? If you're a social worker or a case manager needing clean, affordable housing for your clients the day of discharge, give us a call. This is exactly what we do. Because if you understand my HRA coaching, you don't need a house to make this work. You need relationship. Because what if you knew people that had the house already and you make a referral to them and make a referral fee? I teach that too. Right, Mr. Black? Mr. Black, tell these people about our HRA. I tell them, don't worry about it. Guys, type the word HRA to 407-326-0086. That shows you guys how to do what we do, and you don't need a house. You need relationship and a cell phone to make a referral, and now you charge a referral fee. So my new people, you're going to be completely new to us, and that may go right over your head. But text the phrase HRA right now to the number scrolling below. And if you're on TikTok, it's pinned to the chat. Great stuff, Miss Jackson. She's going through the HRA course right now. So she's going to leave that free coaching to know that she don't need a house to make money or to make an impact. Because we call it income and impact at the same time. And you don't need a house. You need relationship with people that already have the house. And you make a referral to them. That training also, guys, is inside of our DIY. That's only $497. But we build your website. You get the HRA business in the box. You get my $8,000 worth of paperwork. Guys, for $500. So if you don't at least purchase the DIY for yourself when it comes to coaching, you're doing yourself a disservice. You probably need the one-on-one coaching, but everybody should at least consider the DIY because it's only $500. We offer financing through Klarna and Afterpay, right? So right at checkout, guys, is where you guys can check out and hit Klarna or Afterpay. Okay? Very smart, Miss Rhonda. I told a lot of people that. I say that if you don't purchase a ticket to South Carolina, even if you can't come, and Rhonda, you did the exact thing I was telling people to do. Still buy it because we was giving you the HRA business in a box. Duh. Like she paid $197 for that. How smart was that versus the $2,497 we were charging for it just a few months ago? Oh, that was so smart. That was so smart. So make sure you guys go to forstonconsultants.com. Look what's involved with all of that. But as I said, it's the website build out, all the paperwork, all the legal documents, all the coaching that's recorded. Guys, the only thing you don't get with the DIY is me. So Asia, if you purchase the DIY, all of my coaching, all the curriculum, all the to-do is in it. You just don't get me. So the DIY are for people that can follow directions, read well, watch videos, and implement. But if you need an accountability buddy, you need somebody to kind of be on you and hold your hand, that's the one-on-one coaching. But a lot of people get the DIY and take off running. And again, what's so powerful about it, guys, the only difference, because material-wise, my one-on-one people get the same material. They just can pick the phone up and call me 5 days a week, 50 times a day. The DIY people can never speak to me unless they upgrade. We even made something crazy to where the DIY people, they can upgrade to our one-on-one coaching Telegram group, which we do meet once a month, and you can ask questions in that group 7 days a week. A lot of people love that for just $47 a month. Now, my one-on-one people, they're just in it anyway. But if you say, well, Derrick, I want to be a part of that group, instead of you paying the $5,000 for the coaching, you get the DIY. Now you only pay, what is it? I think it's $47 a month just to be in that group. So that's another cheat code for a lot of people that feel like, well, Derrick, I can do this on my own, but I want a little bit of you still, Derrick. And that's the people that upgrade to that $47 a month, and they become a part of that private Telegram group. And what's cool about that group, y'all, that group goes back probably 5 years. So even though when you get in it today, you go back 5 years and you keep learning and bring yourself forward. So it's tons of coaching in it. And again, that's why we tell people even the DIY for $497 is an absolute cheat code. They don't mess around and click Klarna or Afterpay. Now the payments are real small. Right? So that's why we tell people that if you don't get into this and God put it in your heart, it's because you didn't want it. Right? Because we offer too much. There's scholarships, there's grants, like there's all kinds of stuff. There's Afterpay, there's Klarna. And then we got free coaching 3 days a week. Actually, 7 days a week now. So 7 days a week, something's being played on our YouTube channel. Every Monday and Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, we go live. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, we go live. So no excuse, right? All right, so I'm going to, will you leave the information for the training? What do you need there, Miss Jackson? The phone number or like it's Forston Consultants? In fact, I'll put it in the chat right now. It's forstonconsultants.com, and it's under the tab that says products and services. What I'm also excited about that my team is literally building me a brand new website. It's actually about 90% done. So I'm expecting that to probably be done probably around let's see, I'll give Alex another probably 2 weeks on that, maybe. Everything in place. And you do not have you don't need no kind of license to do the HRA either. Nope, you just need an LLC. So my first step for coaching, no matter what you're going to come to me for, is turn yourself into a business. So instead of Rolanda Smith, you're going to do R&S Solutions or Smith Solutions or something just off the wall solutions, right? Or enterprise. But the first step, Miss Smith, is turn yourself into a business, right? The first real step is to watch our webinar. So if you never watched that, then you may be lost anyway. But that's the first step, is to watch our original webinar. And that's by texting the phrase "more info" to the phone number 407-326-0086. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content. All right, we are back. That was a quick one. So this is what I'll do. It's almost 8:30. I'll take the next 5 questions and then I'll get you guys out of here, okay? So let's go back in the chat. And actually, I'm going to pull up something real quick. So if you haven't put your question in the chat yet, let me know. Also, here's our 3 coaching plans that we have. It's actually 4, but I don't put the first one because the first one's free. That's our complimentary content. So 7 days a week, guys, we got something going on YouTube. But the first step or the first entry, guys, is our DIY. And that's $497. It's pre-recorded, all of the trainings, all of the same information I give my one-on-one people, the legacy people. You just get it in a video format. So it's tons of that. You get all the templates, all of the contracts. You get the step-by-step guide. You get all of the ebooks. And most importantly, we still build your website, CRM build out, all that AI bots, the automations. Guys, you guys get all of that stuff. And you get lifetime access to all the materials. We've been getting that question a lot lately. Derrick, do I get the materials for my rest of my life? Of course you do. Unless you lose that portal access, which we can give you back, or you drop out and do something else. But it's absolutely welcome to you to have it for a lifetime. ILF Master Blueprint, I'll admit, guys, this is probably what 95% of people buy. It's the one-on-one coaching. All of these prices go back to its original price in January. So if you've been around us for any amount of time, all of these prices are way more than this usually. But this year for 2025, I made a promise just to God and the people in general that I would slice our prices in half. So the prices that you see today will be doubled in January because that's kind of where it was. So right now, guys, our one-on-one coach is only $4,997 and we cover the tax. My accountant hates that, but guys, I just want to help. So all year long, now you meet me in January, this coaching looks completely different. But right now, guys, for only $5,000, you're tied to me for life. Monday through Friday, you can call me 50 times a day. We meet every 2 weeks for the rest of your life. Right? No other coach offers this kind of access, guys, and neither will I in January. Right? So if you get this between 8 years ago and December 31st, nothing changes and you're grandfathered into how I've always done it. But if you get my coaching from January on, it looks completely different from this. And it's a great chance it won't even be me. I'm training coaches right now that will fall under us, people that do really good at this under our coaching for years. And they're going to be coaches now. God is really blessing us and we're expanding things. And I just simply can't coach all of y'all no more. But for the first 7 years, I coached everybody. Moving into chapter 8, year 8 of this, I actually won't, right? So if you still want me as your coach, you still want the same access, make sure you get this coaching between 8 years ago and December 31st. Because the 1st of January, guys, is completely different. The cost, the availability, and how it works. It'll go a lot more to like that group setting. It'll be the same great coaching. It's just that it won't always come from me. Okay. And then the newest one that's kind of not really new. This is usually application only. You can't just go to my site and buy this. This is a phone call. It's an application, but it's our white glove service. Now, we've never done it to where we open it to the public, but this was always an invite only or application only. But now for the first time, this will be on our website. So the newest one that we're building that'll be out in less than 2 weeks, my team will have the ILF Legacy Builder, which is our white glove service. And just to be honest with you, a lot of the features that's right now in the ILF Mastery Blueprint, they carry over to this one, because the blueprint will no longer have a lot of that stuff. This one I also fly to you, and you can choose if that's for an open house or just for a regular coaching. But I come to your city to coach you. The other part is that we do all of the setup for you. So your business setup, your LLC, your EIN number, all of the business structure, your automations, your AI, we set all of that up now. No more you just trying to figure it out or get your VA to do it. This is a complete white glove service. Everything from your AI bot, Shay gonna train it and build it. Your AI phone answering agent, we gonna build it. Your LLC EIN, we gonna build it. Lynette, the accountant, all of that setup, guys, is a part of that legacy builder. So that was 20 grand. And guys, don't forget, if you become an affiliate and sell any of these products just by using your link that you should put on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, guys, we'll pay 40% of any of these numbers. And if 5 of y'all do me a favor right now, can somebody put 40% of 497? 40% of 4997, and somebody put 40% of 20 grand. Really quickly, because I just want to show you guys the opportunity that we also give y'all. So whether you buy my coaching or not, I want to give you a chance to make you some money whether you buy it or not. Somebody right now put, what is 40% of 497? Somebody then put, what's 40% of 4997? And will somebody please put, what will I pay you if you send somebody to us and they purchase the ILF Legacy Builder? What is 40% of $20,000, which is what I'll send you a check for? What is that? We will take a real quick commercial break and we coming right back.
Have you ever wanted to open your own group home? Were you told that you needed a license from the state? Were you told that you had to hire staff? You were probably told that you had to own the property, right? Let Forston Consultants introduce you to Independent Living Facilities, ILF, which are group homes that do not require a license, staff, and you don't have to own the property. At Forston Consultants, we walk you through the entire process of how to operate your own independent living facility. We don't just give you a bunch of videos to watch on your own, which could get confusing. Here is what you need to do next, in this order. Step number 1, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants for tons of secrets on how to start your own independent living facility. Step 2, sign up for our webinar at forstonconsultants.com to learn more about this great opportunity. Step number 3, purchase our best-selling book, How to Open an Independent Living Facility in 10 Easy Steps. Step number 4, contact us for your free consultation so you can quit your boring job in the next 90 days.
Take a drive down Los Angeles' Skid Row, filled with tents, people, and growing frustration.
If I can get back into another residence, then I won't make the same mistakes I made before.
According to new federal data, a record number of people are now unhoused, more than 653,000, a 12% population increase since last year. Mel Tilakaratna runs a nonprofit that provides free showers to people living on the street.
The system is completely overwhelmed.
Tilakaratna points to a rise in housing costs, the opioid epidemic, mental health issues, and the migrant crisis as factors exacerbating the problem in LA.
We have families, asylum seekers to families in LA who become homeless, and prior where we would be able to send them to a motel or a shelter.
One Atlanta city councilman says the city's homeless population seems to have grown and become more aggressive, and he points to what he calls deplorable behavior at the world's busiest airport. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor takes a closer look at the problem and how the city council might handle it.
If you have been in downtown Atlanta near the connector or out at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport lately, you have likely seen that the homeless problem is growing. One Atlanta City Council person says it's time to address it.
What's going on in the airport is horrible. It is deplorable.
Atlanta City Councilman Michael Julian Bond says the world's busiest.
If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right, we are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. So did anybody put those figures in the chat? What is 40% of that DIY? What is 40% of the ILF Mastery Blueprint? And did anybody put what is 40% of the ILF Legacy Builder? Let's check the chat. So Rashida put what's 40%. So she's right. I'll pay you guys $8,000. Like, can you guys imagine me giving y'all an $8,000 check and all you did was use a link that somebody clicked on? They came in and we did all the work. I did all the coaching, but you made $8 grand. Like, if that's not a good deal, guys, I don't know what is. Or you want $2 grand for referring somebody to our ILF Mastery Blueprint. Like, that's just a no-brainer to me. So I'm back in the chat. I'm going to answer the last few questions here. And as I said, I'm going to get you guys out of here. So Rashida says, DIY, get a VA. Yes, the DIY does come with the VA. So actually, Rashida, make sure you go to forstonconsultants.com and like do it right now while we're here. That way you can see it while I'm here, because it lists everything that's involved. And it's so much stuff that most times I forget to even name it. So if you guys go to forstonconsultants.com under products and services, I'm really easy because there's only 2 coachings. It's either the 101, the blueprint, or the DIY. I make it real easy. It's either $497 or $4997. And both of those you can use financing. There's even a $1,000 scholarship that you can use right now on the ILF Mastery Blueprint. So there's a $1,000 scholarship right now that if you use the word NOW, N-O-W, as the coupon code word at checkout, that'll give you $1,000 off right there. So one more time, if you use the word NOW, Rashida, let me know if you can hear this. If you use the word NOW, N-O-W, at the checkout as you're getting ready to buy it, that saves you $1,000 right there off the ILF Mastery Blueprint. Okay. Next question was, is the rent per bed based off the resident's income or a set rate? Also, do they pay the rent all at once or pay period? So they pay the rent all at once a month on the 1st or the 3rd. That's usually how they're going to get it. Unless they have a job at Walmart, then they pay you every Tuesday if he get paid every Tuesday. So we coach, you get paid according to how they get it. It is not based on, like you said, what you said, based on off the resident's income. It's kind of set from what they receive. So depending on where you live at, Miss Peggy, that's going to determine what your client receives in SSI. So the payments that we receive are called SSI or SSDI. And that is a Social Security income that they get every month without fail, and nothing stops it. Make sense? So prime example, I have a house in Orlando, Florida. My rent there is $1,800. Most of my guys get about anywhere from like what, $780 to $950. My rent at that house is $800 per bed. We cover the lights, the water, the cable, the Wi-Fi. So you're known as a one-stop shop when you do get one of these. And as I showed you guys right before I came back from break, I showed y'all reasons why you're needed. People living in the airport, sleeping on the streets, and most of those people have an income, guys. They get that SSI. They get that monthly check. They just don't know that Miss Peggy just opened up a brand new place and she charges by the bed, which is much more affordable. Because remember, Peggy, from his fee that he pays you, you take care of the Wi-Fi, the lights, and the water. Your tenants don't get separate bills. And we serve anybody that's 18 years or older. Elderly adults are my favorite. Military veterans are my second favorite. The working individual is my third favorite. And that's kind of where my housing is surrounded by. The military veteran, the elderly adult, or the guy that's got a job, but he can't afford an apartment or buy a house because rents are too high. No matter where you live at, guys, it's expensive. So you guys are like the in-between before they have to go to the street or the shelter. Teenagers aging from the foster care system, if this is where your heart is being tugged at, make sure you got the time and the patience. If you don't, leave that population alone. And we talked about this tonight already, right? These are those models of how we house people. Shared room, private suite. And the two main ways is either the SSI or SSD of how they get that money. And it comes on a debit card that's called Direct Express. Everybody that gets this Social Security income, their money goes on a debit card, is green, and it says Direct Express. And some of those people will take that card to Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, their community bank, and they'll turn that card over and get a real banking card. But most of my people, they get that green card that's called Direct Express, and it's got a MasterCard logo on it, which we put into our system, DFS, Digital Flow Solutions. We connect Stripe to it and do an automatic withdrawal. So I'm not driving around picking up money anymore, guys. That's why we use digitalflowsolutions.net. Two of y'all put that in the chat. Digital Flow Solutions.net. And that's the software system that we use that runs every business that we have. I don't care if you're a dog groomer, if you house the homeless or the displaced, or you sell chocolate chip cookies from the window of your house. This platform can serve any business, any industry, because it incorporates your phone. Get rid of DocuSign because this system has it. Get rid of MailChimp because this system has it. All your AI tools, it has it. Your automation bots, it has it. The AI agent that can answer your phone and do the assessment as an AI bot, it has it for 13 cents a minute. So guys, if you haven't noticed tonight, everything you need to make you successful in this business is right here within us. Because God's the top of it. He's over all of it. I went through all the bumps and bruises and lawsuits and the Channel 8 News embarrassment so that you don't have to. I wrote a book entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. It's only $27, y'all, and it'll change your life in terms of not making the dumb mistakes that I did. Because it's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco, Avoiding the 12 Dumbest Mistakes Derrick made when he first started. Guys, if you just read the table of contents of that book, it'll save your life and keep you out of the courtroom. So guys, make sure you're educating yourself. Join us every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right here on YouTube. We here 7 days a week, y'all. Now, Monday and Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Monday, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. One more time, write it down. Monday and Tuesday, we're right here, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we simulcast to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. in the morning Eastern time. Now, those other odd 4 days, they're random. You just got to catch it. So that means on Sunday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday. Guys, those are random days. Just log in and catch it. And then under the tab on our YouTube channel that says live, guys, there's almost 1,000 videos there of nothing but straight game that I give away on what this business is and how you can get started. There's not a question in your mind that you can ask me that's not already answered in video format. But if you say, Derrick, them videos are great, bro, but I want your coaching, man, then I would suggest getting that one-on-one coaching. Take advantage of that scholarship. I'm giving $1,000 away tonight. You use the word now at checkout as that coupon code. Instantly save $1,000 on that one-on-one coaching. Okay. So I think that's it for me tonight. Miss Jackson said, what's that coupon code? Just said it again. So that coupon code is the word now. That's NOW. I'm so excited, nervous, and fearful at the same time. And that happens, right? But Joyce Meyer said, do it afraid. Do it, but do it afraid. But do it also in faith. Faith without works is dead, right? So just like I told God many years ago, God, I went and got this house. You got to help me now. God, it's on you. And God, I told the world that you are the guy, that you're going to make me blow up and cause all of this to work. So God, don't make me and you both look bad today. People depend on you, God, to shine through me to know it's possible for them. Remember, God, you told me he that write the vision down, make it plain. They can run with it. Again, write the vision. Most of y'all tonight haven't done this. So here's your assignment. Don't write it in the chat. Don't say it's you. Just silently tonight. Now, if you want to shoot me a private email and tell me, I would appreciate that. But everybody here don't need to know it. But tonight, I will write the vision tonight and make it plain so that when you read it, you're able to run with it. So that when you get ready in the morning, brushing your teeth, going to your 9-to-5 job, because I did a lot of this stuff when I had a job. Now I don't go to nobody's job. I give jobs away now. But write the vision of what you want God to do in your life with this housing program. Already think of a name. Don't use the word housing like I did. Dummy me, I didn't know no better. The name of my program is called Second Chance Housing. Now watch this for my new people. The social worker don't care what you call it. But the banks, they don't like real estate or housing. So I want you to be bankable. Watch how my coaching teaches you how to go get the bag from the bank. But if you use the word housing like I did years ago, you're going to be known as a high-risk industry. So instead of you getting a $20,000 credit card, they gave you a $2,000 credit card. So we use words like solutions, enterprise, foundation, collection. Make sense, everybody? So what I know today, my name should have been Second Chance Solutions, Second Chance Enterprise, Second Chance Collective, Second Chance Initiative, Second Chance Incorporated. See where I'm going with it? Make yourself as general as possible. Don't lock yourself into housing. And remember, Derrick told you the bank hates real estate. They view it as a high-risk industry. Make sense, everybody? Even if it don't, just nod your head and say, yep, Derrick got you, bro. 5 of y'all put in the chat, Derrick, that makes sense, Derrick. I get it. You want me to be bankable, Derrick. And the bank hates real estate, so don't use housing. Use consultants. Use solutions. Use enterprise. They love those names. In fact, 5 of y'all put in the chat right now that don't have a name. Put something in the chat what you may think you may name it. And let's see how you follow my coaching already and you don't use the word housing. You don't use the word living. You don't use the word homes. You don't use the word investment. None of that garbage. But what is a name you may give? And Jen, you're still here. Get out of here and go to bed, Jen. I appreciate you. But guys, Jen right here is my assistant. She's the grant giver. She's also responsible for those grants and scholarships. So if you want that, I would text the word Jen so that she can see it tomorrow. Bukas. Bukas means tomorrow in Tagalog in their language. Jen, go home. Go to sleep. You've done enough today. Go rest because I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Right? But see how Jen is so got our back. She's got my back. She knows that I need her here, but she's well beyond her time. She's been an overachiever right now, which I appreciate. But Jen, I'm telling you, go home. Bye. Go get rest, and I'll see you, Bukas. Okay? If you put it in your regular name, that can be okay. I kind of don't like that. I don't coach that. I try to keep you guys' name out of stuff. Now, your last name is different, but if you name it Rashida Azucena, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. That's not how I would have directed you. It would have been R&A Solutions or your last name Collective, your last name Initiative, your last name Enterprise. But your whole name, like, I don't coach it that way. I've been through lawsuits. I've been on the Channel 8 News. So most of my coaching, you all, comes from experience and all the dumb mistakes that I made. And most of my ebooks will stop y'all from that stuff. Okay. So make sure you guys visit the ebooks. Let me get this out of the way for you guys. And as I said, man, thank y'all so much again for joining us. I super appreciate you guys. Good night, everyone. Good night to Jen. Hey, can 10 of y'all say thanks, Jen, and goodbye, Jen? Let Jen know that we love and appreciate her. Can 10 of y'all say thank you so much, Jen, for staying with us all day when you should have been off at 7:30? Jen comes in at 11 a.m., y'all, which is 11 p.m. for her. It's now 8:51 a.m. in the morning for Jen. So if all of you guys can say thank you, Jen, I would appreciate that. Show Jen a little love. And don't use residential either. None of that stuff that leans to housing, guys. Like, I also didn't know this, but yeah, don't use that either, man. Like, now, if you've done it, just do an addendum. You can change that stuff, but if you're thinking about it, don't use residential either. So even that word home, like, I don't like none of that stuff. Like, I don't want the bank knowing that I'm in real estate unless it comes out a different way. But I'm like, watch this, y'all. Let me show you how fast I implement stuff. My first business ever in life on the real side of business was Second Chance Housing. As soon as I learned that was a mistake, now I'll admit, I've been in it so long now that it don't matter. But my new people know. And my other 7 businesses, watch this, they're all in enterprise, consultants, or solutions. And one is just a generic name. So right now, one more time, I got one business where I made a mistake. And then after that, every business I have, the ending name is either solutions, enterprise, or consultants. And then one of them is just really generic, like Amazon. I have a business called Qualified Circle. None of y'all right now, unless I've done business with you, could tell me what Qualified Circle does. And that's on purpose. It's generic, which makes me bankable at the bank. Now I can go to 3 banks a day with a brand new LLC and get 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand. Tomorrow, go get 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand. Wednesday, 10 grand, 20 grand, 10 grand. I learned that trick many years ago. Get one LLC, go to 3 banks a day with the proper name and the proper setup, and every one of those banks will give you 10, 10, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 10. That's how I build all of my businesses, y'all, with business credit. Start an LLC, make sure that my credit is a 700 or higher, and go to 3 banks a day with a brand new LLC that I just started 10 days ago. That's under my business coaching. But we literally show you guys how you can go and get an LLC. It could be 10 days old, and I'm going right to the bank with it. Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, especially my community banks. 10 years old, 10 days old, and I'm going to get 10, 10, 10. Sometimes it may be 20, 15, 5. Sometimes it may be 8, 8, 10. I'm giving y'all the game tonight. I don't know if y'all notice it, but I'm giving y'all the game tonight. Right? Now, my business coaching get that stuff all the time. And that's what's cool about the IMB coaching. My business coaching comes in it. Because somebody's saying right now, oh my God, Derrick said that he can get a brand new LLC less than 10 days, go to 3 banks a day, starting at 9 a.m. And by the 3rd bank, I've raised $30,000 in business credit. Lord have mercy. I remember the first time I heard that, it blew my mind. I said, really? I can go to the bank tomorrow with a new LLC as long as my credit is at 700 and they will give me 10 at each bank? Let's go. You talk about the fastest way to leave your job? I just told y'all. Anyway, I'm finna get out of here before I get myself in trouble. I thank y'all so much again. Jen, I know you're going, but there's a lot of people that said, thank you, Jen. We appreciate you. Thank y'all so much again for allowing me to pour into your life. You guys are allowing me to live out my dream, but also my assignment. God has put me on this earth to show you guys an easier way to get into things, into stuff, especially real estate and shared housing. So by you all allowing me to share this and y'all stay and you're attentive, you're asking questions, y'all are allowing me to live out my, again, dream, but also my assignment on the earth that God has given me. So again, thank y'all. Because without an audience, who do I talk to? Now, the beautiful part about YouTube, whether you showed up or not, I still do this, and it's recorded for millions of people to see. So here's another encouragement. If you haven't started your YouTube channel yet, start it. And I don't care what is on. Maybe for some of y'all, it should be about your journey getting started with this and how you're getting the coaching from us, how you take people from homeless to hopeful, whatever. Because when this channel get monetized, now you get paid to come on here and talk. I've dreamed of that for 5 years until it just happened. Our page is monetized now, so I get paid for coming on here talking to y'all weekly. That pays out monthly. So let that be an encouragement. Somebody was waiting on a sign for that, or just and if somebody said one more time, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm telling you right now, start your YouTube channel, start your TikTok, and make sure that you guys are going live at least 3 days a week. Because again, I don't care what you sell. If it's puppies, if it's kittens, if it's housing, if it's clothing, if it's shoes, if it's food, how will people know if you don't come on and advertise it? And going live, again, y'all can absolutely change your life. Guys, my name is Derrick Forston. I appreciate you guys. Again, I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. Remember, we're live every Monday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're also live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And that's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm going to check one more thing, and I'm going to get you guys out of here. Let me check. Let me check the comments. Thank you, Miss Smith. I appreciate that. She says I'm a blessing. Thank you too, Miss Rashida. I appreciate you all. Defunsha Clark, good to see you, sis. Haven't seen you in a while. Miss Cheryl, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Miss Sandra, we appreciate you. Sandra was also at the South Carolina event. And for the lady that posted something earlier about that event's going, ma'am. That was on August the 2nd. The next city and state will be announced really soon because we're going state to state. So, Rhonda, thank you so much. Thank you to the other Rhonda. There's 2 Rhondas. Thank you, Asia. I appreciate that. Jenny should be going, but thanks, Jen. Thank you so much, Katara and Tiffany. Thank you, Jermaine Mills. I appreciate all of you all. Peggy, thank you so much. Thank you to Mr. Devin, Mr. Dawn. Appreciate all of you guys. Cheryl, Justin, the Crosby family. Thank y'all so much, man, again. And then finally, I'm at the end now, and I want to say thank you one more time to Miss Kayla. Thank you to Katara. Thank you to Miss Cynthia Smith, who was also in South Carolina. Big shout out to Miss Cynthia. If that's the one that I think it is, that's from Augusta. Let me know, Cynthia, if you're still here. She's from Augusta, Georgia. Thank you to the Dunbar family. Thank you to the other Miss Cynthia. I'm just thanking everybody tonight. Thank you, Miss Vanetta. Thank you to the Dunmore family. Appreciate you guys again. Thank you again, Miss Kelly. Appreciate you. And Tennessee actually may be in that running, but not in the soon running. The soon places are like Jacksonville, Florida, Miami, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, North Carolina, Chicago, Houston, Dallas. Those are going to be part of those next areas. But the more you guys keep naming places, the more that we'll keep adding it to the list. Because the whole point of that, guys, is to go to an area of somebody that we've taught this to. So if you got my coaching and you're doing real good at this, we want to come to your city, your state. You're going to be the highlight of it all. Just like how we did Katara, Chris, Tanika, Miss Yvonne. They were the highlight of that whole event. We want to do that for you all. Okay. So that should also bring you guys to want to do well at this, so that I can come to your city, your state, to highlight you. That's what it's all about. People already know me, that we do it. Forget about Derrick. I want to highlight you. Right? So super excited about that. But anyway, man, I love you guys. Y'all be great. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. You guys be great, and we'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern.